All right, we got the light on. That means I'm live. I'm watching Cooper Gold, the final moments of his game here, and he keeps complaining about no pressure, and then he keeps getting sacks. That's crazy. But he's up 3 scores with a minute left, so he should be good. So we'll do the part that we do before every game. Oh, now he's up with an extra point. He'll be up 10 here. 1 minute left, and he did struggle to get an onside in a different game, so we'll see. But they got to get like 2 onsides, so we'll see what happens. But this is what Kentucky has. Got Vandergrift, who for this season in real life he would have retired. But they got him. Solid quarterback. They got a couple of running backs, a little bit of speed, nothing crazy. Solid players. They got Barry Brown, who's fast as heck, and even Dane Key's solid. I mean, really, like, I'll take any of those 4. So I'd take any of those 4 on our team. But let me send this out that we went live, and then to the Dynasty chat, and then we're going to go back to Jesse's stream. So he's chit-chatting it up, and we'll chit-chatting it up. So, yeah, we got a couple of tight ends here that don't have great speed. So it is what it is. That left tackle and that right guard are the strengths of their offensive line. He's fast as a defensive lineman. And then they got 2 pretty good guys in the middle. That's a lot of speed right there. Middle linebacker, they got 2 pretty solid outside linebackers. And then this is a heck of a corner. Another pretty good corner. Good corner. I mean, they got a handful of them, which is not good. Free safety is all right. Strong safety is pretty good. So, I mean, they got a pretty good team. They really do. And, I mean, you can see it from the ratings. Hopefully those defensive tackles don't show out because, we're going to run the football. But that's no doubt what we're going to do. So we're going to try and do that. And we're just going to see what the game gives us, what the game lets us do. Let me see. I did want to look. So game week, by the numbers, all that jazz. Yeah, we don't care. All right. Let me see. Yeah. Looks like we got our playbooks. Looks like we got our stuff. So we're good. And like I said, we're going to get after it. And I'm going to stay on Jesse's stream for as long as he's streaming, and then I'll switch myself over when we need to. And see, but we're on the road in Kentucky. And hopefully we look better than Georgia's offense did in the regular season this year. Since I remember watching that game. Thought about going to that game, and then we kind of canceled it at the last minute, a potential trip to Kentucky. So, yeah. And it was a good decision because I think Georgia won, 10-7 or something like that in that game. So let's hope Akron fares a lot better. Turn to Jesse's volume a little bit. I don't know if it's coming through anything. I doubt it is, but just in case. Or maybe I can hear it. Not. And it looks like Colorado lost again, maybe to Iowa State. Yeah, if we would have just done our job and beat them.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff.
But it's all good.
Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Did Kansas State beat a ranked team right there? Was that Texas Tech or somebody?
you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire
We did shuffle some people around, so I felt like we were not doing what we needed to from the defensive line. So I moved some people here, moved some people there, and we'll continue to do that until I feel like we got the right mix of guys on our defensive line. Come on, 58, Glass. You're a dang linebacker. Why are you tackling from behind the play? But get out here and see
keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
And that's just a flat,
if we can get a stop and get off the field. Is that 3 wide receivers? We're going, which this may be bad, but we're going to come out here and we're going to see if we can make a play out of that 3-4.
They'll put the tight end in motion.
I got absolutely blown off the ball, and then they still managed to run into the guy on the offensive line. Let's see if it shows a replay. It looks like Glass made the play there after I was complaining about him. But it looks like their man just kind of, he did a weird like step, and then their man kind of got in the way. So I don't know.
It's the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot
yeah,
of
certainly. I mean, a weird stop, but we'll take it. So
get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Akron's offense will get the ball for the first time.
Crazy. So we're going to start it out the way I love to start it out now. Yeah, we will take him any way we can get him. Even if that means that their guy ran into his own player. Oh, no, we don't want Kellen, we want Hines. Let's see if we have enough time to get this play off. That's the thing, man. I do this every time because it's a 25-second play clock for the first play of the drive after the change of possession, I feel like. And then I put 2 formation subs. And then I also have to flip around to get 25 over there because, of course, the game won't let me do it any other way that makes it easy on me. So let's get his butt where he's supposed to be, and then let's play football. So, see, we had a lot of time now because Willie just gave me a good amount of time here, and I think this is going to work out fine for us. So,
quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
I wish 17 would have picked up that guy coming behind us, but it's first down and we made it work. So, who am I to
complain? This offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside.
We're going to run this duo.
To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
We didn't block it particularly well.
Tackle from this sophomore.
Well, man,
we can go a little different here.
Trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
I don't know. Maybe.
Up 2 yards on that last one.
Let's see if we can throw it out there to square. That's my first look here.
Quickly complete. They make the stop.
Try to spin around off that and get down the field, and we didn't do exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. We'll probably go for it if we don't get it. So we're just going to go ahead and get in this wide, and we're going to try and push everybody off the ball. Okay, and 52 got whipped, but we make plays. So it's good enough to get a first down. He did just enough to not get us absolutely killed. So it's whatever. I want to go with the bunch, wide bunch, wherever it's at. And let me find 25 in the spot he's supposed to be in, and then we're going to come out with the zone. I'm in the zone. I got to tell myself because I keep calling the wrong plays. So,
they're going to ride this running back.
What's his name got blown up? Let me go to my stream manager now. Jesse is done.
Situations, your base defense where you say, okay,
this
is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes,
I guess he's tired.
on down the road, I can.
So that means we're going to come back to it. because I did want to run a different play than that, but it's okay. We'll go back to the, oh my gosh, and he is in. I wish we'd make up our mind. Is he in or is he out? Can he play or not?
On the run, it's key.
Oh.
Not a whole lot of progress made.
Didn't know who 87 was picking up there. All right. First thing I'm going to, or next thing I'm going to do is make sure that he's in. I mean, I got 2 in so many dang plays, and I got, what's his name, in so many plays, 20 in so many plays. And I don't have the right ones in the right spots. I don't know if this is going to work out for us, because I don't know if we got exactly the people spots for. Can he play his right, Joe? Right now I'm thinking that he cannot play. Nobody was open. Now the $1 million question is, do we? I don't know if it's really worth it to punt in this situation, because I don't think I'm going to punt it and get it downed inside the, what's it called? Inside the 20. And so it becomes a question of, is it worth the few yards of field position or not? And I'm going to say no, it's not.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some
they gave us the free first down. We'll have to take it. So
you always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand
I don't know where 20's at.
And then go
I'm over here smacking away on my gum. I know that. Because that's supposed to be, and I'm just going to go ahead and fix that too, because did it say 59 overall in that? Why? Probably because it considers him the third down back. But we're running out of that, so
8-yard pickup on first down.
Whatever.
Leaves him with second and short.
I don't care.
Leaves it with the back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
What I'm thinking is we're going to come out with a QB counter. We have the QB counter. If we have the QB counter, we're going to run the QB counter.
Fast motion from the offense. This is a designed run.
It got us what we needed.
He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Weird there, I think. Because it looked like I had like 3 people blocking the same person, and they were all in this cluster turd behind the line. One of our boys got flipped up on his head. I don't know what that's about, but let's see. All right. We're going to run this again, but I want to get our freshman in that triangle spot next time. So we're going to try and do that. I didn't even change nothing. Why? I'm looking at it. Why are we jumping? Why are we jumping? I did the hot route early, and then he stood there for 3 seconds and then just decided, oh, yeah, now's the time where I jump off sides. So, or false start, excuse me. So I don't know what the heck we're doing, but
quarterback empties his backfield. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Wants to throw.
Across the dang formation.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Yeah, we'll do this because it's got the bunch, and if we don't love what we got, we'll throw it back out there. And we like what we got. So, if 56 would just block 99 just one time today, that'd be great. That'd be better than great. I need to get to F-Twins real quick so I can see. I just want to see what they give us. And I think that'll work to run that jet touch pass and see if we can either cut it in half or do something.
Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second
We may get into the playbook a little more today, too. Because why not? We're going to run the jet touch pass, so I don't think I have, a lot of time to sit here and all and do all that. So we need to get our guys out front. Block.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
We barely got around there.
And sure,
4th and 9 from the 21. We're just going to kick it, take points. I like points. Hopefully we get them. Because we may not with this kicker.
As he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It's good.
Yeah, that'll do. That will do. So, yeah. We're on the board. I mean, can't argue with that first drive. They got the ball first, and after a possession each, we're up 3-0. We'll take our lead. So, and then we'll see what we can do about piecing. I think we're going to struggle today, which isn't what we want to do because that defensive tackle is whipping us in the middle. And I don't know if I have an answer for that. So, throughout the day, that's going to make it very tough on us because I'll go ahead and tell you, we're not going to get open today. That we know for a fact because they have better corners than we have receivers, and it ain't close. So we need the defense to make a lot of plays. We're going to lean on them, and then we're going to just have to continue to try and get creative. I'm not going to say we're going to be able to run the ball, but we're going to try and get creative.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up.
We'll see what we got.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football.
Do this first. I would love to do something different, but we can do this first.
2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Vandergrift. Using the quick game. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I look like that takes this thing so good to stay and see it again, or what I believe I saw.
Get him involved early, so here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get to it.
See, we get into someone's face from time to time, and we don't ever sack them. And that is tough.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down.
Why is Dunbar McGee in? Oh, because I am.
Hand off to the lone back.
Got back lane. Good tackle. Lane. That's me. I'm over here complaining about something. And I'm wrong. They ain't wrong.
I like this guy as a running back because he can.
We'll do the hard flat this time. They may do what they did the last time and still be able to dump it down in front of us. I hope that they don't get what's his name to run straight down the field past us.
He's got his man. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And on that
he was just wide open every second of that play.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit.
I don't know. We may try and man them a little bit in 3rd down. Seeing that twice. Because I don't even know if I try and take that away the way I normally would, if that would do any good on the play. I don't think no.
Great job by the defense there, slowing down that jet sweep.
So,
big key was the defensive end.
We can get them to 3rd down right here. We'll go.
Forcing the receiver to cut back
and then pray that we can get them just once.
On 2nd down,
use them something on.
He's got his man. They get him down after he makes the catch.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding
we're gonna go down.
Coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down.
Go old-fashioned. Go 2 men under.
Easy for his quarterback.
I probably shouldn't have done this. I probably should have blitzed the middle linebacker and then left, what's his name?
Looking to pass. It's Vandergrift. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Love to see the
47, I think, he is still. So, yeah. Like I said, we'll blitz him the next time, and we'll have one safety over the top. That way he's not in coverage because he had no chance against that guy. 0 chance. So. We're going to go to nickel, and we're going to See what we can do here
trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
with this set.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
I feel like 91 was getting held.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end.
Also, I don't really know how he wasn't out of bounds before he scored, because it was like, let's see it again. It looked like his whole right side of his body was in the white by the time he got to the end zone. I couldn't tell nothing from that angle. Still can't tell nothing from that angle. But the way he kicked the pylon, I thought was very weird. It was like he came from outside of the pylon to kick it across the goal line.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper on that drive.
All right, well,
Touchdown run.
we know some adjustments to make, I feel like. Siri, hush your mouth. I'm trying to return a kick here. I'm going to have to do something about my back and watch, because that thing acts up all the time. Driving me crazy.
Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And a lot of times you
Don't
want those big
love
plays.
that.
You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you can,
That was a little weird. I just want to see what that looked like.
You at least have the threat.
I haven't broke it out yet.
Otherwise, you're
So,
just going to abandon it, and now it's just
but like now was as good a time as ever.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back.
Oh,
Not a lot of
well,
room, but found
I didn't really need a
a
juke right there. That kind of slowed me down, whatever that little hitch was that I did. I don't want to run that, but we got to save that because I don't want to run it right now. Let's see if we can get a first down with this.
Going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd
Let's
and
see,
long
who do we
from the
have?
26.
So we have him and then him coming out. I think that
Dropping back, it's Fenley. They're working that left side. He's going to have
that ain't
enough to
first
pick up
down.
the first
I don't know
down
what
as they
their
stop him
spot.
at the 33-yard line. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that
Word.
the quarterback can throw him the ball.
And I think they're going to give us the toss here, which is going to be fine. The offense doesn't have to be in too big of a hurry because we're going to get the 2-minute warning. We were able to outrun that guy to the edge, which was huge. Let's see if we can get one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not a chance. It's going. We ain't got a chance.
And right here, just choose up another
all right.
first down.
Big too slow.
Another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy
I did like
is
that
just
look,
an
though.
explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
It's 56 every time. I'm not going to get that boy some help, but I need to get him some help.
Line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
I don't know if this is
After
the right
losing
call
a
or
couple on
not.
that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions.
I didn't know
big
how to get him the
plays.
ball,
Just
but he
try to get
lined
any
up
kind of
uncovered.
disruption you can.
And that always makes me so mad. Let's see. That we can't throw the ball out there. We're going to go back with a bunch trail again because most likely if... God bless, man.
Looking for a man. It's Fenley. That pass is
What did R1 run? He didn't run the right route, and then we keep going out there, and that guy's uncovered every single
Great job
time.
by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit quarterback and force the incompletion.
I don't think we can go for this right here, so hopefully we don't give up a field goal.
See if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
We'll file that away for the second half and see if there's any way on earth that we're going to be able to take advantage of that coverage, because that's like the second time in that formation I've seen them just not cover the running back out there. So I will make an adjustment as far as which running back we have on the field, and then we'll also make an adjustment for.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a master class in just reading coverage and being accurate.
We'll also make an adjustment for maybe a route we can run. I don't know what we're going to be able to do to keep our guy wide open, but I'll try and think of something. Because I'd love to just be able to snap it and just put it on them immediately. Maybe I can think up a, what's it called?
Now on second down.
Like an RPO that'll freeze everybody long enough for us to throw the ball, but I don't think we got an RPO formation.
Got it.
So that's the tough.
Anderson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage, and a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas.
Man, that flat was deep as heck. Although he did only get 1 yard, it looks like. So maybe he just ran a weird route and not a flat guy was wrong. Okay, I take it back. I think he did it.
Scanning the field,
I thought they got like 9 targets.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man.
Run in front of them, not behind them. You beat the ball there. You just didn't make a play at all.
Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
What are we doing? He beat the ball there by a mile. I hate this. I don't want this.
He wants to throw.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Makes the catch. It's Wilcox. And good coverage by the defense.
They got one more timeout. And we're just trying to keep everything that we got in front of us.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now
the plays that it's given me, like that I can choose from. I don't love it.
He's looking to throw. Got it.
We just are going to stand behind them the whole time. I mean, we don't. And I kind of got to do that because of
the biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B,
our situation here, we can't give up anything over the top, but still.
Two high safeties, and then you know instinctively.
And then we immediately give up something over the top.
What a catch and run for 6.
And that's the reason why I try to stay away from that specific play. I don't think it was a press in any ways. It was just, we got ran straight past.
It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a push and give him some space, but
I don't think he should have been pressed up in any way. And, I mean, that was about as easy of a touchdown as you're ever going to have. So we got 20 seconds left with 3 timeouts, but we can't make the lead any worse because we will get the ball to start the next half. So
and the extra point will tack another one.
We have a chance to get 14-10. And I hate to think that's the way it's going to work, but
the kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one
maybe
away.
where we're at.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined
We
job
had like 4 people that didn't block. I don't think we blocked on the special teams, but it is what it is.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here,
First
Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more
this wasn't
points on
even
the
the
board
right
before
formation
the
where I
half.
thought I had an uncovered man, but it worked out. So we're going to stay with this one for another play maybe, and then I'll try and put what's his name on the field. Let's see. So we did have a guy there. It looks like at least this one.
To the air on first down. Got him downfield. And he was
I didn't have to L1 that, but throwing across the middle has got me so paranoid with what they do sometimes. And if I wouldn't have done that, we'd probably got another 5 yards. Let's see. We're just going to come back to it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little
See how they
juice.
play.
They got a 1st and 10.
So I can take a time.
To the air. It's Finley. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field.
It says he's on,
not letting the
so
receiver
I
put
hope
his
to
big
goodness
body
he
on him,
stays.
go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is
I
that
think
they
that's-
tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the
Didn't
defender.
give us that same
Just
field.
enough time for one
That's
final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Here. They're blitzing through.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air.
Try to get it to R1. I had 3 down linemen, and they brought a lot of people. I almost put the tight end, and then I saw 3 linemen. And I was like, yeah, we can pick that up all day.
Best atmospheres in football, and we've got a
But we
fun
did.
one from Lexington. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference
Yeah,
between
certainly
winning
a
and
new
losing
half.
comes down to stopping big plays.
The bad thing about being down 14-3 after that half is I don't feel like we played bad.
On 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive.
We got to stop.
Those
We
two
scored on our
stats
drive.
help you break the will of even the best
Then we
defenses and help you come
we
out
gave
on
up a
top.
touchdown. Okay,
And
whatever.
with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium.
We had to punt, and we kept everything in front of us for the majority of the drive, and looked like we were going to give up a field goal at worst, and then they just hit us over the top for a big play. I don't think we played a bad half. That's the problem, though, with being down 14-3 in this moment, though, is we didn't play a bad half, and we're still down 2 scores. But we'll see what we can. Like I said, we're just going to try and find ways to move the ball. What can we scheme up? Because we cannot throw the ball down the field very well. And so I'm trying to avoid that.
Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the
Let's see if
ground
we
game?
can block right here. Get outside of it. Give me some yards.
And he'll run out of bounds, but
And we're back to the middle of the field. All right. Let's see.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way.
This guy's talking about transferring. Just like, what's his name last year? It's crazy over here in Akron, man. We get these guys the ball, and they don't stay. It's the wildest thing.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going up top on 1st down.
Oh boy.
Down the middle. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And on the opening drive in the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. They're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
confused at what I was looking
Kentucky
at
has
right
it
there.
back in the big blue offense.
That
takes
free
the
safety
field.
ran one way and then
Jesse,
ran a different
very
way and then
productive drive
sank
last
back
time,
and made a
wound up
play.
with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Second and very short here for the offense. The play action fake.
Come on, sack him. That's a huge play for us because that is our true freshman getting a sack, and he's got the silver defensive rally, so defensive line rally. So hopefully that'll get us to where we need to be. We'll fire us up a little bit. Glad he's able to get a sack. All right, let's see.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. To the air, it's Vandergrift. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's
well, we needed that.
Defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I love the job by the coaching
that was a
staff
great
there
ball.
defensively, matching the personnel of the
It certainly
offense,
needed that.
putting their dime package out on the
All
field.
right.
So you bring out the extra defensive back. You're
And we're back on
anticipating a pass.
offense.
Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
We're going to do this a few times, and then maybe eventually we can find a way to get
Now, how will they respond?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Hopefully this will work out for us.
Running back searching for a hole. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, I had a little space to get to the outside. I just didn't see it until it was too late. We'll try this. We'll see what happens.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive,
Do a
already
half
trailing by
slide.
multiple possessions.
Hopefully that guy that came down, we can at least pick him up.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got
I don't know why that's like, why I'm getting so many reds, and we're catching reds right now too. I got some reds with Cam on Ultimate Team that we've been catching lately, and I don't understand it at all.
Man, you find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude.
What's wrong with
Keep
it?
finding him. Keep
But I
using
wish it would
different
stop.
routes.
I do
So
know
far,
that.
The defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Red pass, it's complete. And he goes
We'll take that 7 yards.
after a nice pickup on that one.
Because
love
I hate
offenses
seeing
and
reds.
quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy steps.
Makes me
Take those
nervous.
easy
Makes me
throws that
makes me
guarantee
think
to get
that we
positive
just
yards.
threw,
Yeah, I'm
like,
taking
overthrew,
shots down the field,
and we're
too.
about to get
But
picked.
don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5.
I don't-
When you start getting those long yardage situations.
I don't know what to make of that
I
either.
never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being
I mean,
physical. You hear it a lot in football.
Because 47's just letting him run straight to where the play's going. All right.
All game long up front.
Do we not even want to attempt to block, or can you not run him off? Can you not do anything about that? We're going to switch to QB power. I did have it as a QB counter, but I'd rather run the power.
Wide
here.
receiver
So,
coming across in motion. Looks as if he's going to run it. He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1.
As a defensive guy now, you're always
there was a guy that got off his block immediately.
Whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal, this one a 41-yarder. And it's right down the boulevard.
At least we're making field goals today right now. So Gotta get another stop. I didn't want to kick it, but I couldn't think of a play that we had to run on 4th and 2 that I felt just great about without their defensive tackle just absolutely blowing it up. And one of their guys on the end blew up our quarterback counter, so I tried to sneak it back inside and see if I could get a yard or two. Because if we would have got a 4th and 1, I might have went right there and try to find something. But like I said, just didn't feel good about any option. So we'll try and keep it where we can, get back to a one-score game, which is what we accomplished there. And try and get us another stop, man. Because that's what we got to do. Maybe we can get another pick.
Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes.
Oh, no.
Forget about it and move on.
We had 3 people there, and we didn't have one person step up and actually grab him. He just ran at us and then ran right around us.
Up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Power football with the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe.
I'll deal with that. I'm not pleased with it, but I'll deal with it. We'll take it.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to
We
the
will
line.
take it. Maybe to get some pressure out. Here we go.
He'll pull it on the
Oh, no.
Got the 1st down and more. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy.
Let me go.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea.
You go worry about
he can get
Brock
out in
Vandegrift
space
running
and
the
he has
ball.
a chance to get downfield. He is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
Why are you doing it in?
Caught over the middle. It's key. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's
Man, we need a turnover.
Hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To throw, it's Vandegrift. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass.
Defensive end.
It's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your
Defensive
running
end
backs because
hitting,
they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that.
Is that a running back out of the backfield? I believe it was. Yeah, hitting the running back out of the backfield.
Ball's at the 25.
Catch
They're
ball.
in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short.
Oh, I thought we had it.
Let's get it up for the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks
Oh,
are.
we
You
have.
could tell it ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Man, they are wasting a lot of time. And we do not have a big play offense, especially not against this defense.
Here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they get him on the
3rd and
ground,
5, going to be a big one.
probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
Single back. I mean, the clock's going to run out anyways. We'll click on this because I'm going to run the play. But
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the
we need a turnover so bad. They're going to end up with a field goal right here at worst. They may end up with a touchdown right here. Hey, who knows? Now they're going the gun. We're going to have to line up like this. See what we can do. I got this bad feeling that they're just going to throw it underneath and run for a 1st down. No matter what.
From the gun, wants to
We'll see.
pass. And the
He
incomplete
dropped
pass
that,
will bring
so we
up
got
4th down.
incredibly lucky.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach.
I don't know
because
why
I know
our
he
decision
believes in
out
his
there
guys to go get it here
in
on
what
4th
should have
down
kind of
and
been a
back and
flat
lead.
was to
If you
immediately
get the field
move
goal, you make it a
inside.
two-possession
Everybody
game
on
here
that
in
side
the
of the field
second half, and I think
stepped
that's the right decision.
in. I don't know. Did they run a play action pass? I wasn't necessarily looking at that. I was trying to get off my block.
Smashes it between the uprights.
But everybody on that side of the
That
field
will extend
stepped
their lead
in.
even further.
doing some thinking over here, pondering the score, trying to see what we need for when we score a touchdown.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
So we'll have to go for two no matter what.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
Do I have
Let's take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work.
a play that
It's
I
always
love?
great to get
Well, let's
points on a
go.
drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little
Let's
bit.
see how
Just
they
start
play
being
this,
more
because we ain't
aggressive
gonna
and
have
take
time
some
to
chances, but that's what's going to have to happen
change our
with them in this
personnel
game.
around.
Yeah,
So
when
even
you're
if it
losing,
does work, we ain't got the
obviously
right guy
everything
running
gets
back. I don't
Everything
think it's
becomes
going to
more
work. And of
critical.
course, we can't
This
even get the
drive is
field.
crucial.
Why does that motion take
Got
so
to
long?
cut into this
Get your
game.
butt over there and let's play football. I feel like he started moving around with 4 seconds left. How much dang time do you need?
Two running backs alongside the quarterback.
What's out there?
He'll ride his man on the option.
Hmm.
Nowhere to run on that one.
Losing yards left and right.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Finley. Swings it out to his running
I was hoping
back.
I could throw it out
And
there
this
quick
one
enough
will
for
be
47
stopped for no
yards.
gain.
I don't love the play.
No,
call.
obviously
Just
did not happen.
down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this.
Dude, y'all
Third
are
and
standing
long
like
from inside
10
their
feet
own
away from
20.
each other. Walk over there and freaking tell his butt what he's got to do. It's not going to let me audible. All right.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on third down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're
If I could have put that on him or not.
Like, it's one thing if
What are we
it's
down?
fourth
We're
and
down
short,
2 scores no matter what.
You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
We're going to score a touchdown if I get the ball. I know that. We'll see if we can get the ball back.
The Zips will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And the throw out to the sideline.
He got out of bounds. I'm shocked that they're still throwing it, but I doubt they'll throw it again after they got that many yards on first down.
You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll run play action.
Okay, or they will throw it again.
Fires deep toward the end zone.
Put your hands up! That was a pick.
Kentucky.
And we just let the ball sail right over the top of us. What are we doing?
They extend the lead here late.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge
The
lead
heck
here
was
in the
that?
fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
It was a terrible ball. And he literally just stood there. Is he even in bounds? I don't even think he's in bounds.
Lining up to tackle.
That puts him up 3 scores anyways. So, why not?
timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the
I don't even think it's going to look at his feet, which is what I'm trying to look at. Like, yeah, he actually caught the ball. Was he standing in bounds when he caught the ball?
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he looks.
Go to the next person. Thank you. How do I hide? There we go. I mean, heck, I guess that's about as close as you can be. He's like Isaiah Likely back there looking, dude. So he was in and Likely wasn't. Now what is going on? I'm sorry, we're going to kick or what?
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
I don't know why we didn't put our hands up and just pick that off, but it is what it is.
Is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln.
Can't be too mad at the defense. Offense is
in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Northwestern. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down for this offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what's
if I didn't have to do 40 formation sets to make this offense make
not
sense.
physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Looking to throw, it's Finley. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate.
Did we get hit? I assume we got hit there. Did we not?
Third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to play the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback.
It's like he stood there on his leg, man.
Never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
It took 47 so long to get off the ball, so I could throw it to him. One thing I can hope for here is that X gets open so he can chunk the ball in. We'll see what some of these other guys do, maybe Witherspoon and some of those guys. We can get them the ball, but I doubt it.
Fires to the wideout. He's got him, and they convert. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is
everybody covered.
Mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to the air one more time. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Zips headed quickly to the line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Might be looking to run, and he's left with no option but to throw it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And first down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Uncorks it. Right.
Did we catch that? Yeah, Lee. Was not expecting that. Thought we chunked that thing out of bounds. That's our freshman tight end making play.
Time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Hines. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dropping back, it's Finley. Using his legs to buy some time. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own
He
end on
was
that
wide
last play.
open.
Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple
Maybe an L1 ball could have got through there.
in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back.
It's hard to think
playing the
about
pass.
60 things
That's what
whenever you
happened.
got
Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots.
And we just missed a wide open guy.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is quickly turning into a
Offense is-
celebration, Jesse, as they've taken
I don't even want to say
control of
we
this
didn't have it
game.
today.
And
We
they
just
should
didn't
feel
block
good about
it.
how they've played. They knew they had to come in here.
And it was really just that
Gone out,
that
they've
center
played
versus
well,
defensive
thrown
tackle. The
well.
defensive
David,
tackle
really,
won the
so
matchup
much that this coaching staff
more often today than we did, and it made it very hard on us to do anything when you can't there's no play to call.
Lining up from the 34 on first down.
Kind of up the middle of the field, like you can't run the ball
The big
up the middle
fullback's
of the
got it.
field.
Solid fundamentals on that.
And that makes it very tough.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They ran it on first down, now on second. On the run, it's Wilcox. At the 45, on his way. They'll get him at the 45.
I don't understand how the dude ran behind the line of scrimmage on his like second and third effort, or excuse me, not behind the line of scrimmage, but behind the line to gain, and yet somehow on his second and third effort he was still giving forward progress. Well, he broke their tackles.
Carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
So that's just ridiculous, but
and
it is what it
this
is.
Team has fallen into a 3-game slide in a season.
Not a lot to say here. Offense has to be able to score points, and because we don't have receivers that get open very well, it makes it very hard to move the ball down the field. And so that means on days where people can stop our run pretty much in any direction we choose to run, and then throw it over our head like we're not even standing there, then yeah, we're going to get it. So I think that, let's see, they scored 24 points. So 14 out of the 10, one of them was just kind of a busted play they threw over the top of us. Another one was another busted play that should have been a pick that they threw over the top of us. And like I said, we just couldn't run the ball. 19 for 29, 1.5 passer rate. And then we had 214 yards passing, 4 for 12 on third down, 4 for 4 on fourth down. I mean, he had a big run. One over 20 yards, yep. So, I mean, our guys, he didn't have as many as he would normally have with that jet toss. There just wasn't a lot there with that. He did throw that pick at the end of the game. That was his first incompletion of the year, because he normally runs that jet toss play. I thought he played okay. The problem is he's not very athletic, and then with the receivers not being able to get open, I don't know if that makes him playable. Because if our receivers can't get open, it doesn't do us any good that he's a pretty good passer. And then, like I said, I mean, just nothing. So, if he don't catch the football, we don't have another option. Witherspoon, I think, played all right, and I think he could be a decent, second option receiver to this offense. The problem is, though, really, like, if you take him away, then there's nothing that the rest of these guys can kind of do. He had the big catch along the sideline. I think he had the big catch before the half, which I thought was going to give us the ability to get in field goal range. And we came up just a little bit short, but I think that was when I threw that L1 ball that he caught. We only got sacked once. That don't seem right. I felt like they were in my face every play. I mean, honestly, heck, the fact that we had one sack and passed for 200 and something yards is about a miracle. I think that just about says what it needs to say, which is that we had, I think I would just go ahead and I would call that a Carson Beck top performance. We didn't win. We threw 2 picks, but our receivers don't get open, our offensive line don't block, and we only got sacked once. So, I mean, not a lot to work with, and I think that we kind of stayed in the game until that pass over the top when we didn't pick it off in the fourth quarter right there with 4 minutes left. I think we were in the game up until that point. And, yeah, that's just kind of where it was. So, I think we hung around about as long as we could. I hate that we won our first 2 and then we lost our next 3. Yeah, we're definitely fine. I don't think Akron, or not Akron, but I don't think the MAC's going to have a defensive tackle that plays quite like that guy did. Really, both of them. 9 and 99, I think, were the numbers. Because I remember 9 having a tackle for loss as well. And 99 had at least 2, I think, and that was in the run game. If I know my alphabet, it's over here. So, I mean, these 2 guys, 9 and 99, they just kind of wrecked our game a little bit. So, I mean, he didn't even play this well against Eastern Michigan or Toledo. So I don't know what the heck that's about. But yeah, they just kind of whipped us. So. But it's all right. We will do some recruiting. We will try and figure out a game plan for whoever the heck we play next. I think it's Ohio, maybe Eastern Michigan. Try and figure out a game plan for Eastern Michigan. The good thing about our schedule, as far as computer teams go in the conference, is we lost Eastern Michigan last year. We lost Ohio last year. So hopefully that's enough to give us some motivation to go try and win these games this year. It stinks because I don't think we were really in the Kentucky game, but we were certainly in these other 2. And to not get one of them certainly stinks. But we'll see if we can maybe go on a little win streak here and find out what happens in conference play. I mean, it's all conference play from here, so non-conference is done. 2 and 3 is our final in the non-conference, and yeah, then we play 7 straight conference games with 1 bye after the first one, and then, like I said, 6 straight after that. So, that's where we're at, and we got to find a way to win some of these. We got to find a way to win at least 4 of these 7 to get to bowl eligibility. And, I mean, heck, we haven't lost one yet, so let's try and win them all and go play in the conference championship. That would be my hope, my plan, is to find a way to do that. Find a way to get back to the football team we were in the first 2 weeks and not the team we've been the last 3 out of 4 weeks with that, like I said, with a bye in the middle. So we'll have to go back and think something up, draw something up, find a way to win some football games. But yeah, we'll let Worm play his game maybe tomorrow or whenever he gets to it. I think he's got either till like Wednesday or maybe Thursday. I don't know what the math is on that. But he's got till the end anyways. And then yeah, we'll get back on it with Eastern Michigan and see if we can right the ship a little bit. That'll get us back to 500, and then we can take a week and then try and get back to get over 500 and go from there with a little win streak. So that's the hope. Geez. Yeah, offense does not look good, and I think that causes the defense sometimes to look a little bad too. But defense had their own chance to make some plays today and didn't. So we'll find a way to get some more offense in the next one. We can't ever win a game. I don't ever expect to win a game scoring 6 points. So we got to get some touchdowns, and we will look to do that next week against Eastern Michigan. Right the ship. So go Zips. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.